Hey everyone, Ryan Leonard with Wolfnest Property Management, and today we're going to be talking about security deposit receipt and what you're required to provide on that receipt. We have a lot of clients or prospective clients who reach out, even just for advice, not for management services. And one of the things I heard last week was, am I required to provide a security deposit receipt? And the answer to that is yes. So obviously, I think there's something around 20 million rental properties in the United States currently that at least we know of. And when you're renting a property, obviously you can require that prospective tenant to provide a security deposit prior to moving in. Now, at the end of the day, there are certain things that you need to make sure that you include when you're providing them that security deposit receipt. So first thing is obviously the name and address. Now, this all seems pretty straightforward, and it should be, but it's kind of shocking how many people do not know this. So first thing is the name and address. That is the rental property address and the tenant's full names. Or if there's multiple adults on that lease, you can also put each one of those individuals on that receipt or their name. Now, also you can request a mailing address or forwarding address for when they do move out. Always good to have the ability to contact tenants, especially via mail, after they move out of that rental property. Next thing is the date that the tenant paid it. So the date that the tenant paid it may not always be the same as the lease start date. If they provide the security deposit prior to screening that tenant, that may be 3, 4, or even a week before that lease starts. So again, on that receipt, you want to make sure that you have the date that they actually paid that security deposit. You want to make sure you have that. Next one is the amount that they paid. Now, this is a tricky one. Sometimes when a tenant moves in, let's say rent is $4,000 a month, they may be paying you a check or providing you, a deposit of $4,000 on that first day. But that is $2,000 worth of rent and $2,000 worth of security deposit. So you want to make sure that that receipt reflects the amount for that security deposit, which is really should be itemized out in that lease agreement. So again, when you're providing that receipt, you're going to want to make sure that you have a breakdown of what the security deposit was, also what that first month rent was, or even providing them 2 different receipts. So at the end of the day, that receipt is it is essential, something that you do need to do. And this is very much different than the actual security deposit disposition. So don't get them confused. A deposit is a security deposit receipt is what you provide to the tenant, and you want to make sure that you keep a copy of that on file as well. So if you want to learn more about security deposits or security deposit receipts or move out dispositions, be happy to help. There's actually our website, also my phone number. If you're about to have a tenant move in or you're about to have a tenant move out and you want to make sure that you're ready for the next one, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to discuss your portfolio, our services, and see if they could be a good fit. Thank you.